I repeat again before the boss.
Yes.
This is the first deal.
Yeah.
I beg you. You know how we have done business with you.
I know.
I've never let you down.
Yeah.
You have never let me down. My business with you, zero failure.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
So I give you whatever will be given to me straight. I forward to you.
Okay.
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 Immediately I forward to you.
Yeah.
I'll give you a phone call.
Yeah.
And boss will confirm you have received.
Okay.
Then deal is on.
Okay.
That first half, bro. What we want must come.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then my deal should not go to.
So guys, unaona hii maneno ati wanasema ati Matasi hiyo ati Matasi ati ale anataka kuinfluence. Hiyo ni game yao. Wanajua Matasi za a national goalkeeper, the best goalkeeper in Kenya. Sasa yeye ndiye anachezea, wanataka kuongeza watu hao wamtoe ndio watu hao sasa wakoe kwa national team yote. Ama namna gani wewe nani?
Anaona ni kama wanataka Harambee Stars ikuwe ya Gor.
Ikuwe ya Gor. Sasa tutakuwa tunaenda kushangilia Gor. Hata sasa mimi mwenyewe nitasubscribe kutokuwa fan wa Harambee Stars hata staki. Si ndio? Kwa sababu sasa itakuwa ni Gor.
Wameamua sasa ni wa Luhya.
Wameamua.
Hata hiyo sauti inatoka huko nyuma. Ni ya Mjaluo.
Sasa tumewakosea tumesema tu ataki ODM. Sasa Matasi ndio mlio peke yake hapo.
Hapo.
Na the best goalkeeper, alafu anamwekea scandal.
Hata ndiye alishikanga mpira ya nani huko. Ule mchezaji wa alikuwa
and he has been in this
kwa manio.
Kama uko na mtu anajua mambo na
na sasa amekuwa akikwa na hii all this time. Ati alafu amharibie. Unaona?
Watu Wajaluo.
Watu tumekataa mambo yao. Na hiyo ni script yao tunajua. Ama umesikia?
Washagundua hakuna ODM sasa Western.
Sasa anataka hata Harambee Stars tusikue na mtu yetu hata mmoja. Ama
vile ODM haitakuwa Western.
Vile ODM haitakuwa Western
kabisa.
Nonsense. Nonsense. Mesema
Waluhya waheshimike.
Waluhya waka lazima waheshimike.
Bunge, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BAV. This is Bunge Audio Visual. This is the place where we break down the hottest stories shaking up the nation. So today we dive into a controversial scandal that has had the entire football fraternity talking about Patrick Matasi, one of Kenya's top goalkeepers, who was caught in a leaked video allegedly discussing match fixing. So what some of the questions that really emerge out of this particular context is that, is this a legitimate case of corruption, or is it as a targeted attack to kick him out of the national team? Because we've seen various figures like Mumias East Member of Parliament Salasya saying that this is a part of a tribal war in Kenyan football. And without further ado, let's get into it. But before we begin, I'd like to urge you guys kindly like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for you to be able to get more updates. So let's talk about the leaked video. Is Matasi really guilty? So here what we know so far. You've seen the shocking video that has surfaced allegedly showing Patrick Matasi in a discussion that raises serious questions about match manipulation. And given how sensitive and match fixing allegations are in football, this has put Matasi under immense scrutiny, and it has reached a point whereby the Football Kenyan Federation has released a statement to suspend Matasi so that further investigation can be done to ascertain that this particular issue that is being claimed that he was involved in what you call match manipulation is known whether to be true or false. So at this point, the big question is, was this a real conversation about match fixing, or is it being misinterpreted to fit a certain agenda? So now, as expected, the controversy didn't end there, because Mumias, that is Peter Salasya, Member of Parliament, the outspoken MP of Mumias, who believes this entire scandal is nothing more than a politically motivated sports witch hunt. Because Salasya, in his defense, said that there is a tribal war in football, and not just in football. There's been tribal war in various sporting activities in the country, and that according to Salasya, the attack on Matasi is not about match fixing, but rather an attempt to push him out of the national team in favor of a Luo player. And he also goes further and claims that there is a plan to fill Harambee Stars with Gor Mahia players, making football a tribal affair rather than a merit-based selection. Then what I can say is that Salasya insists that Matasi's career is being sabotaged, and this is just a way to phase out the Luhya players from the national team. So I don't know how true is that, but well, for me, what I can say, based on my opinion, I can say that there is always what you call favoritism, or rather what you call partiality in various sporting activity in Kenya, not just in football. We've seen these things happen in rugby, we've seen these things happen in hockey, we've seen these things happen in swimming, we've seen these things happen in even in most of the sports. They usually consider a certain group of players that are linked to certain types of people to only participate, or rather to only be featured among the starting list, which has really affected the performance of our nation in the realm of sports nationwide. So let us just do a breakdown and fact find whether, or rather check out whether it's going to be this is actually a fact or a political noise. So now is here where it gets tricky, because if Matasi was actually involved in match fixing, then he has to face the consequences. Football is no joke, because when it comes to matters concerning integrity and you are found participating in match manipulation instead of doing what you're supposed to do as a football player, then it really gets hot. Things really get hot. But if this is truly a political ploy, then it raises serious concerns about tribalism and in Kenyan sports and how national team selection is handled. Because I don't know what you think, guys. Is Matasi guilty of match fixing, or is this a setup in the Kenyan football FKF, that is a Football Kenyan Federation? And number two, is Kenya football being run by tribal politics rather than talent? Then we also need to ask ourselves, should Salasya have spoken out, or is he just fueling unnecessary controversy? Because you've seen other figures like DJ Shiti, that is a comedian who has been really performing well, and he's been in his spotlight, trying to come in and support Matasi, because he feels that Matasi wasn't treated well. And as far as matters concerning football is concerned, DJ City said that in Kenya, the reason as to why even most players, he wouldn't even be shocked to find out that Matasi was participating in match manipulation, because most of the players in the country are not being paid well. An example is Dennis Oliech. Dennis Oliech, at some point, he was supposed to sign a contract of playing in Saudi Arabia and also getting the citizenship, but he refused because he was so loyal, or rather he was so patriotic to this country. But it turns out that at the moment he's languishing in poverty just because he put his patriotism first back then. And some think that if at all he couldn't have made such kind of a decision, right now he could be in a different place. He could be getting some good money, and he could have had enough for his retirement. So I don't know what you think, guys. Is this football? Is it a witch hunt to ensure that this guy is actually removed from the national team, or is it true that Matasi is a person who doesn't exude integrity in sports? Because the Football Kenya Federation at the moment on Thursday kicked off an investigation into allegations of match fixing incident against Harambee Stars and Kakamega Homeboys goalkeeper, that is Patrick Matasi. And the Football Kenya Federation, the FKF's move comes after the undated videos have emerged online of the season shoot stopper with a named individual allegedly plotting a deal, apparently to fix a football match. Because you've seen the video they were discussing, and it seemed that they recorded a video without Matasi seeing and without his consent. Then the federation later confirmed it was aware of the video, assuring football stakeholders that it takes all reports to alleged match manipulation seriously and is committed to tackling the issue in collaboration with FIFA, CAF, and other relevant bodies. And that now they have said that they reaffirm our zero tolerance policy on match manipulation and are committed to safeguarding the credibility of our competitions. And these investigations will adhere to the FKF's anti-match manipulation regulations and FIFA guidelines, ensuring a fair, transparent, and thorough process. and that the rights of player and his club will be respected and appropriate action will be taken based on the findings. That is a statement from the FKF, that is the Federation Football Kenyan Federation. Then the federation also urged anyone with credible information regarding the issue to submit it to integrity@footballkenya.org. Yeah, so that's the email, that's the domain whereby you can be able to make sort of inquiries and send the various kind of claims you have as a football fanatic or anybody else who has got something or other issues related to football. Then it also said that it remains unclear who the fixtures in the amateur video are, or when it was filmed and the location. And what is clear is that the video was recorded in a car with the face of a Kenyan goalkeeper clearly visible. And in the video recording, the match fixers are heard giving instructions to Matasi on how the deal will be executed. I repeat again, the boss. This is the first deal, I beg you, says the man as Matasi nods in agreement. Then that is actually saying what happened. Then the man adds, you know how we have done this. I have never let you down. You have never let me down. To suggest they have done this kind of business before. So then somebody we also heard somebody say, me in my business with you, zero failures, right? The man asked the goalkeeper, who in turn says true. So that is the man who was actually trying to cut a deal with Matasi, saying that him with Matasi in business there is zero failure. Then Matasi goes on and agrees. Then the man also says, whatever will be given to me straightforward, I forward to you immediately. And then immediately I forward to you. I will give you a phone call and boss will confirm to you have received. Will confirm you have received. The deal is on. That's the man who tells Matasi, who continues to agree to his deal. So those are some of the kinds of statements that were noted in the conversation. But so I don't know, guys. For me, I won't really say much, because what I know is I do agree that in sports, it reaches a point whereby players are usually tempted to do match fixing, or rather to participate in match manipulation to ensure that the one who have actually placed their bets reap so much, and that's a very, very dishonest activity, because at the end of the day, the betting companies are the one who are actually going to face the losses, and for them, their business isn't going to thrive. The only way their businesses thrive is by people placing their bets and not and failing to win. So I don't know, let's discuss in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Bunge Audio Visual for more deep dives into Kenya's hottest stories. So do you think that Matasi was actually do you think Matasi was undergoing a witch hunt in the football sector, or is Matasi just a dishonest player who has broken the integrity clause in their constitution? So I don't know. So let me get your opinions in the comment section below, so that we can be able to at least discuss this in depth and get to understand how things really went. So that is me, your G, that is Buffet, that is Bunge for podcast. I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and stay tuned for more updates. Adios muchachos, peace.